As the troops of mercenary Wagner group marched into the Russian city of Rostov-on-Don, for the first time in decades, people asked if Vladimir Putin was still in control.
Сегодня здесь.
His one-time aide, Yevgeny Prigozhin, launched an uprising against Moscow's military leaders, and it took Putin completely off guard.
The organizers of the rebellion, having betrayed their country, their people, also betrayed those whom they dragged into the crime. They lied to them, pushed them towards death, under fire, to shoot their own people. It was precisely this outcome, fratricide, that Russia's enemies wanted. Both the neo-Nazis in Kiev and their Western masters, and all sorts of national traitors. They wanted Russian soldiers to kill each other.
Wagner troops were just about 200 kilometers away from Moscow when Prigozhin called off his brief mutiny. But Putin did not emerge looking any stronger. So now the question is, what will he do next? How will he reassert himself after his own mercenaries dragged the war all the way to his doorstep? Putin's iron grip in Russia has long been the result of his brutal repression of critics. But that's not the case with Prigozhin. Despite Putin calling him a traitor, Russian authorities have closed a criminal investigation into the rebellion led by the Wagner group chief. No charges will be imposed against Prigozhin or any other members of the mercenary group. They claim an investigation found that those involved in the mutiny ceased activities directed at committing the crime. As part of the deal brokered by Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko, Prigozhin would go into exile in Belarus in exchange for calling off the insurrection.
Второй фактор. Мы шли для демонстрации своего протеста, а не для свержения власти в стране. Наш марш справедливости, он показал множество тех вещей, о которых мы говорили ранее.
But Prigozhin is not one to disappear quietly into the night. For years, he has been operating in the shadows and doing the Kremlin's dirty work, fighting in the conflicts in Syria, Libya, and Ukraine. The Wagner group has been behind many of Russia's crucial victories in the 16 months-long war, most notably regaining control of Bakhmut. Wagner troops are less than 30,000, whereas there are 300,000 Russian troops deployed in Ukraine. But the ruthless fighting methodology of the Wagner group will be missed by Russia. So what happens to the troops now? Will they be integrated into the regular Russian military? More importantly, all eyes are on whether Wagner fighters will follow Prigozhin to Belarus and what threat they will pose to Russia, Belarus, and Ukraine.
It is certainly a new thing to see President Putin's leadership directly challenged. It is a new thing to see Yevgeny Prigozhin directly questioning the rationale for this war and calling out that the war has been conducted essentially based on a lie, which is something that we have said previously, but we certainly have not seen coming from Russian officials previously. Those are all significant steps, and what the implications of those are, I think, remains to be seen.
To re-exert control, Putin could launch a major attack on Ukraine in order to divert attention. Ukraine's counter-offensive has been underway for a few weeks now and has been making some gains. A successful pushback of the Ukrainian advance in the coming days would serve Putin very well, both as a diversion from the recent crisis in Russia as well as a signal that the Russian army can fend for itself. But at the end of the day, however much he tries to salvage the situation, the loss of Putin's untouchable status cannot be ignored.